Mia had always believed her family's home was ordinary, just another cozy, welcoming house nestled in a quiet, tree-lined neighborhood. With its cheerful white picket fence, vibrant flower beds, and neatly trimmed lawn, it was the epitome of suburban tranquility. Yet, beneath this comforting exterior, something mysterious lay waiting, unknown even to those who lived there. One lazy Sunday afternoon, as sunlight filtered through the attic's dusty windows, Mia found herself sorting through boxes long forgotten. Her curious cat, Mochi, padded softly behind her, eyes wide with interest, never far from her side. The attic smelled of aged wood and memories, with particles of dust dancing lazily in the golden beams of sunlight. Mia smiled softly at old photos, books, and childhood toys. Mochi rubbed against her leg, purring softly.
What's up here that's so fascinating, Mia?
Her younger brother Leo asked from the attic entrance, peeking in with curiosity.
Just old memories, Leo,
she replied warmly. But as she moved deeper into the attic, something unusual drew her attention. A strange, uneven section in the floorboards. Curiosity getting the better of her, Mia brushed aside a pile of boxes, revealing a hidden trapdoor. Mochi sniffed at it cautiously, her fur rising slightly. Heart racing, Mia carefully lifted it, revealing a small, shadowy stairwell descending into darkness. A cool, musty breeze escaped from the passage below, whispering faintly as if inviting her downward.
Stay here, Mochi,
Mia whispered, gently nudging the curious cat away. Mochi mewed softly, sitting down reluctantly, eyes fixed intently on Mia as she descended. Feeling a mixture of apprehension and excitement, Mia retrieved a flashlight and slowly descended the narrow stone stairs. Her footsteps echoed softly against the damp stone walls, and the air grew cooler with each step she took. The tunnel stretched on endlessly, winding deeper beneath her home, twisting in ways she couldn't anticipate. The further she walked, the more uneasy she felt, her heartbeat quickening with each cautious step. She couldn't shake the persistent feeling that she was intruding on something hidden, something ancient, and perhaps dangerous. After what seemed an eternity, Mia emerged into a hidden chamber, illuminated faintly by the weak glow of her flashlight. Her eyes widened in awe. Bookshelves lined every wall, filled with dusty, leather-bound volumes whose spines were cracked and faded with age. In the center of this secret room stood an old wooden desk, littered with journals, letters, and scrolls, each yellowed with age and frail beneath her touch. Intrigued yet wary, Mia gingerly picked up one of the documents. As she began to read, her hands trembled slightly. Words leapt from the pages, strange rituals, secret societies, and coded entries that referred repeatedly to her own family name. Her breath quickened as a cold realization settled heavily upon her chest. Her family had not always been ordinary. In fact, they had hidden a dark, troubling past, a past deliberately buried, shielded from the world. Suddenly, a chill brushed across her shoulders, colder than the stagnant air in the room. She froze. The sensation that she was no longer alone was overwhelming, undeniable. Mia turned slowly, her flashlight trembling in her grip, and scanned the shadows of the chamber. Her breath caught sharply as she glimpsed movement, barely perceptible, a fleeting shadow darting just beyond the reach of her beam.
Hello?
She called weakly, her voice shaking. For a long, tense moment, silence pressed down around her, and then, softly, barely louder than a breath, came a whisper from behind her. The voice was hollow, chilling, and deeply familiar.
You shouldn't be here, Mia.
Heart pounding violently in her chest, she spun around, flashlight swinging wildly. Yet there was nothing there, only darkness and the lingering echo of that sinister whisper. Panic surged through her, and she bolted toward the stairwell, racing back through the tunnel, away from the secret she'd disturbed. When she finally burst back into the attic, slamming the trapdoor shut behind her, she leaned heavily against it, gasping for breath. Mochi stared at her with wide, concerned eyes, while Leo stood anxiously nearby.
Mia, what happened? Are you okay?
Leo asked worriedly.
I'm fine.
She stammered, still shaken. But deep inside, Mia knew one chilling truth. The secret she'd uncovered wouldn't stay buried for long, and the whispers from the darkness were only just beginning.